Hello everyone, welcome to Starnix Cloud. I am Polestar and today we will be creating a Flask application using the date module in Python. Means we will use the date module, datetime module, specifically the date class with it, and we will use Flask to create a website based on that module. So what are we going to create? Let me show you. This is the website that we will create that shows how many days are gone from this year, what is today's current day, today's date, to today's the day of the week, and how many days are remaining. So you may ask, what is the purpose of this website, why we are building this? Actually, you it's up to you to find your own purpose for this website. It's a tutorial about Flask and date, and also I will show you how to host this website on a server. Basically, I will host this on my Raspberry Pi using Docker by writing a Docker Compose file and setting up proxies and all that stuff, networking and everything. So actually, I use this website as in it reminds me that how many days have passed in this year and how little I have achieved and how far I have to go by the end of this year. So I keep track of time by the days I have passed. So there are total 365 days, as you know, and day 48 is today's day 48 while I'm recording this. So let's see what I become by the last day of this year. So that's my intuition or my interpretation for this thing. I also give regular WhatsApp status on this thing, on this countdown. The people who are there, they know that whatever. So let's just get into the tutorial. As I said, we will use Python to create this website. So here I am in a clean terminal running Tmux, and we will create the website here. As of now, there is only one folder that contains only one file here. That is the HTML. This HTML is this whole page that is being rendered. I know this is not the best looking page. This is just basic minimal styling. I'm not a very good designer, but yeah, obviously designing ideas are welcome for this project. You can comment down in in the comments to means in what way I should design this website. I am also planning to add a quotation down somewhere here, if that means makes sense. So if anyone can come up with a better design for this website, then I'll be happy. I am expecting something like a mystery space, time running out, or a motivation or something like that, a sunrise, anything like that. So coming to the point, we will create this application. If I show you this home.html, this is the exact same page that is being rendered here. All these all these all these things within the brackets, this is Jinja 2 syntax because Flask uses Jinja 2 as its templating engine. And okay, and all these things inside the bracket, these are variables that will be populated by the Python code while rendering this HTML. So our main task is to calculate or find all these variables. So let's just start our work. First, we have to create a Python virtual environment that will hold all our dependencies. Uh, Previously, Python used to contain those dependencies, means we could install them natively without any virtual environment. But now Python, I guess, does not allow this. Anyway, it is always a good practice to create a virtual environment. So I just create a virtual environment here called VNB. By the time it's creating the environment, this website is called Your Year because I have further plans with this to create a user to create user accounts such that everyone can track what happened with them in this year, and at the end they may get a summary of that thing as, say, Your Year wrapped kind of thing that happens with Spotify or GitHub. Anyways, so the virtual environment is created. We'll activate the virtual environment. VNV when activate. So virtual environment is activated. Okay, first let's get, get all the values that we want. Then we will start with the Flask application. I will create a file called main.py. Okay, let's start. So from the datetime module, we will require date from, sorry, datetime import date. Okay, so we will create a function. It is called, let's say, countdown, because that's what it's doing. I'll pass it, and let's call countdown here. I hope there is no error in this. It's always a good practice to go on checking your program so that the errors don't pop out of nowhere. Okay, so first we will, what we will do, we will need today. What is today's date? We will take that first with the function date dot today. And yes, we cannot name it today because it will create issues later, so I will call it tday. Okay, if you have never worked with Python datetime module before, I will show you one by one how everything is coming together. So this is today's date. Okay, but if I just want to get the year, let's say today's this year, and run it, it will give me 2025. So this is how you can just write date or day or month there, and it will give you the corresponding date or month. So we got today's date. Now what we have to do, what are the things here? We have got today's date. We need to format this. Okay, so let's format this part. As you saw, the date is in this numeric format, but we have to bring it in this format. So how we can do it? We have to separate the year, the date, and get the month from these two. How we can do that? Say we getting year, month, and day by using what? We are getting t day dot year, t day dot month, and t day dot day. Let's print these three variables and see what is coming. Year, month, day. Okay, we got all the values separately. If you think I'm going too fast, please write in the comments. I will try to be a bit slower from the next time, or if there is any problem, write it and communicate. I love to read all your comments. Anyways, so coming back to the code, we got the year, month, and date, but as you can see, the month is still 2. So how can we map this 2 to the word February? Yes, we have to create a map here. Let's say month, a Python dictionary basically, which has one for. Okay, let's use ChatGPT to generate this whole month thing. Maybe I had this somewhere. Wait, because it will be a very time consuming thing to create that whole thing in this video. So let's use ChatGPT. I just use a temporary chat here because I don't need to save it. There is some spelling mistake. Corresponding month of the year. Let's get this thing first. Yes, this should work. I will just copy this part and paste it here. Okay, but as you can see, the indentation is not right. So how did I do that? It's basic Vim. You just select everything with visual mode and double tap the equal to sign, and the whole file gets formatted. And also here I need an indentation. Let's see if I can. Yes, this is all the magic of Vim. If you do use Vim, let me know in the comments that I use Vim. Okay, so for the month, we will just grab the name from the array. Now if I print the month, month, not quit, this should give me February. Perfect. So we got this part. Now we have to calculate these things. Okay, this one is easy. The day of the week. Let's get that. Day of the week is how can you get the day of the week? It's today. That is today, the variable, and weekday. Actually, there are two things that we should remember here. That there should. Okay, I didn't print it. Yes, there is also autocomplete in Vim. 0 in. Okay, another thing that you should see here is there is also something called ISO weekday. We will be using ISO weekday. The difference is basically in weekday 0 means Monday and 6 means Sunday. That's how it goes. But in ISO weekday 1 means Monday and 7 means Sunday. So keeping it a more human readable, I will use the ISO weekday to get the day of the week. Okay, so how can I do that? Let's again use ChatGPT to give a list of days of the week where Monday is mapped to 1. Let's see what it gives. Perfect. We can just use this. Using AI like this to reduce your work is okay. That's why I use it like this. Days of the week. But the whole code you should do yourself. Don't take everything from AI or else you will not learn. So for the day of the week, how we can do it? We don't even need a variable for this. Just remove it. And days of the week, in bracket, we have tday dot iso weekday. So now if I print this, we are getting Monday. Okay, so we did most of the part. Now these calculations. So how we can do this? Let's see. Sorry, not this. I can just save it actually. Days of the week and tday dot iso. Sorry, iso weekday. Perfect. Let's check it once again. Day of the week. Mean Monday. Perfect. We are getting just the right thing. Now the calculations. So how we can do this? The number of days that have passed from this year is today minus 1st of January, right? So how we can calculate that? The date module, sorry, the date class or the datetime module handles it automatically by adding or removing the time deltas, and it returns the time. Let's see how we can do this. So we have a reference start, that is date. And what is the date? This year means the current year we are on, because this will automatically be incremented every year, so we don't have to do anything manually. 1 1. If I print this date to show you, wait, reference start, you'll see this is the 1st Jan 2025. From that day we started our counting, and there is a also reference end date. Let's see, do we need an end date? We will see that later anyway. So this is the start date from where we will start our counting. So to how many days have elapsed equals to, this is basic maths that we used to do, but the data module handles all the calculations regarding the date and year, month, and all that stuff. So we have to subtract today from referenced start by print elapsed. You can see 47 days have elapsed. As you can see here, 47 days are already gone from this year. So from this, we just need the number of days, because this is also giving us the days. We got 47. So 47 days have already passed in this year. Now, what is today's date? Current equal to elapsed plus 1. 1 day more. How many days have passed that we calculated, and today is 1 day more than that. This is the date, and how many days are remaining. How we can calculate that? That's where we need the reference end time, because if we just minus this from 365, this will not work as expected in the leap years. So that's why we need the reference end equal to date this year on 31st December. That is the reference date for all the years, the reference end date. That won't change. Reference end. Let's see what this reference end is. 2531. Okay. So from reference end, we have to subtract today's date. So that will give us remaining. Remaining is reference end minus today. So let's print it, and you will see what it gives. Remaining 317 days. As you can see here, 317 days are remaining. Today is day 48. If you sum this gives 365 days. Perfect. But we only need the days, so okay, we can just keep it here to show you. Remaining end for today dot days, 317 days. Perfect. So we have all the information that we needed. Let's just cross check if we had all the information or not, if we have everything or not, by using the templates and home. We needed elapsed, we calculated elapsed, current, month, day, year, we all calculated that. We calculated that. Weekday and remaining days, everything is calculated. Now we will, sorry, I just exited him. Okay, day of the week, we can just write it as weekday. That was a clever thing that I did before. Anyway, so everything is calculated now. Year, month, day, weekday, elapsed, current, remaining. I will return everything as a tuple. How? Uh, okay, we also have today. Oh no, not today. We'll return everything. First is the year, month, day, weekday, elapsed, current, remaining. Okay, everything is returned. Let's see how long this video is going. Okay, it's 20 minutes already passed. Let's just do it a little bit. So I will break this video in some parts. In this part, we created the whole means the backend part of the thing. We did all the calculations. In the next part, we will use Flask to host all this information in the form of a website, as you can see here. And in the next part, we will host that working means deploy the production ready application on our server. Okay, so here I will end this video by just showing you how we can take all this data. So outside of the function, whenever this function will be called, everything will run multiple times. Sorry, the every calculation will be done here. We can extract every data, means the live data remaining countdown. I will just print it once, everything. The year, the month, the day, the weekday, elapsed, current, remaining. Everything is coming. 2025, February 17, today's Monday, 47 days have already passed, 48th date is this is, and 317 days remaining. Everything that we can see here. So the program is working absolutely fine. Now we will continue with our Flask development in the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and if you like or have something to say, you can comment down, share this with your friends, and that's all. Thank you so much. Subscribe, like, the basic stuff. Thank you.